It can be tough when a loved one dies and you're left to cope with the grief and also have to maintain their affairs. If you ever see dealing with your deceased loved one's home and other possessions, it can be a pretty overwhelming thing. At some point, you're likely going to want to sell their house. So in this video, I'm just going to give you a couple tips on things you can do to make that process easier for you. So the first thing I recommend doing is just speaking with the rest of your family and talking about different things that's left behind that they may want. So not everything is expressly left in a will. So it's very important that you speak to the rest of your loved ones and see if there's any items that they want to keep to remember your loved one. And if there's anything left over, you could also have an estate sale. A lot of people do that. It's a great way to generate additional income and kind of help get rid of those things that you don't necessarily want to keep yourself. And so that helps to clear out the house and better prepare it for selling it. So the next step is just to collect the necessary paperwork, and this includes anything like mortgage information, the deed, anything like that that you'll need for the sale of a property. Go ahead and collect those items just because that will make the process of selling a home much smoother. Step number 3 is to find a real estate agent that can help you with the sale of the property. Using a real estate agent to sell a home makes the transaction much smoother. Real estate agents can give you a good idea of what the home is worth and can easily market that property and bring in potential buyers. The real estate agent will be responsible for handling all the showings, going over offers with you, answering any questions that you might have, and it really will help relieve a lot of the stress of selling the property. So step number 4 is to make the necessary improvements to the house if need be. Now this step is not always necessary. Sometimes you can sell the house as is, or it might not even really need any work. But there are times when making a few repairs or improvements to the house makes it worth it. If making repairs or improvements to the property ends up putting more money in your pocket at the end of the day, obviously it's going to be worth it to do that. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you're not going to see a return on that investment. So it might be better to just sell the property as is. So definitely talk to your real estate agent about what they recommend with that, and they can definitely help you and give you some pointers on what to do. So step number 5 is just to be open-minded about the various offers that you may receive. I know a lot of times that the home will have a lot of sentimental value to you, so it's just important to stay open-minded about the offers and try not to get offended if the offer seems low to you. A lot of people don't see the same sentimental value that you hold, of course. So it's definitely important to talk with your real estate agent and go over the numbers and see what makes sense with the offer. And of course, there is always an option to negotiate with the offers that you receive. So if you receive an offer that isn't 100% to your liking, you can always negotiate with a potential buyer and hopefully get something that works out for you. Managing life after the passing of a loved one can be very difficult and overwhelming at times. And so when you're having to deal with the process of selling the home of your loved one, it's important to take note of these steps and to understand the process of getting the home cleaned out and sold and hopefully making as much money as possible for you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below. And if you have any questions, I'll have my contact information in the description box below. Thank you so much.